Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Alyssa Rain, and today I'm going to be talking about all of my piercings, all 24 of them, and all of their pain ratings. So I'm going to zoom in really quick and then we'll get to it. Alright, let me just pull up this list. So I do have a list on my phone of all my piercings because having 24 of them, I typically forget a lot of them. So I'm going to start on ears first, because I feel like they're kind of the basic, more average ones. So to start off, for my cartilage piercings, I'd say they're probably, the pain rating was about a 4 out of 10. They were definitely, they didn't hurt too bad when I first got them, but like sleeping on them was definitely a struggle. It was not great. I had to learn to sleep on the other side of my head, which is why I have no cartilage piercings on this side, because they're still not all fully healed. The middle one right here, it's really having some problems for whatever reason. The next one is going to be my conch piercing, which is, get my hair out of the way, there's right in there. For my conch piercing, it was, again, probably 4 out of 10. The same thing with the cartilage piercing, was kind of just more, it sucked to heal more than anything. It was like, just like pushing against it. Definitely became a right side sleeper from those piercings. The next piercing is my tragus, so that is going to be this one right here. And that one hurt a little bit more. That was probably a 5 out of 10. Mostly because I did it myself. Well, I did all of these ear piercings by myself, other than the lobes, but I'll talk about that later. And this one, I couldn't figure out how to get the needle. This was a while ago, by the way. I could not figure out how to get the needle, you know, through with the piercing, so I kind of just jabbed it with a needle that was a way bigger gauge size, and then I just shoved the earring, like I pulled it out and I just shoved the earring through, so it wasn't pleasant to get done, but I'm sure it's not too painful if you get it done professionally, which always get your piercings done professionally. For my lobes, so my first two were done at Claire's. Don't go to Claire's, just a warning. They suck. They're not professionals. Do not take your kids there, like, just do not trust Claire's. But the other two I did myself, of course. I did them all when I was like 17. I just really went through a rebellion phase. But yeah, those sucked. I'm not gonna lie, the piercing gun made it way worse. Like, doing them myself up here hurt way less than the piercing gun. Like, I'd say these were like a 2 out of 10 and this was probably like a 5 out of 10, and it swelled and it was not fun. And also, a lot of people ask about ear stretching. When you gauge your ears, it shouldn't hurt at all. Just a fair warning, if you are stretching your ears and it hurts, you are going too fast. I definitely went too fast with mine, and they were pierced at Claire's, so they were like completely crooked and way too far down, and I've had so many problems with them because I want to go bigger with my gauges, but they just won't. They always blow out. They have problems all the time. It shouldn't hurt. It burns a little bit, but yeah, if it's hurting, you're definitely going way too fast. Oh, and then in my other ear, so we have the daith piercing. Let me just pull it out really quick. It's this one inside. That was my most painful piercing I've ever gotten. That was a 10 out of 10. If you watched my previous video, you will know just from me talking about it, but it was awful. She put a hoop in way too big. It was not pierced correctly. Like, the only one time I go to a professional, but you do your research on your professionals as well. Don't do it yourself. Don't just go to any professional piercer. Go do your research on it. But it took 2 years to heal. It was not fun at all. There's a reason I don't have this one done. It was just agonizing. I'm sure if you get it done right, it's not too bad, but the initial pain was definitely awful, and then the healing process was even worse. Okay, so that should be all for my ears. I'm gonna move down to under the shirt, which I'm not gonna show you because my belly button did myself, of course. The only piercings that I didn't do myself were my lobes, like my main lobes. and my bridge piercing and my daith piercing. Those are the only ones that I didn't do myself. So my belly button, that was probably a 6 out of 10. Doing it myself, it is a little bit crooked. It's actually not too crooked, but again, I didn't have the right jewelry and it was not a great healing process. You know, you think you know everything because, oh, these piercings haven't gotten infected, so this one won't. Which, ironically, none of my piercings have gotten infected, but they did not heal correctly. They were a lot more painful than they had to be. A lot of them are crooked. Like, just don't do it yourself. The belly button honestly wasn't that bad. It's mostly just because I wear high-waisted pants, so the healing wasn't the best. But I think I just used to put like a band-aid over it and it would be fine. So the next one, these, mind you, I did it myself. Worst experience ever. I did one of them myself when I was 17, and it took me a year to get over the trauma of the pain to do the other one. I did the other one when I was 18. They were so painful. Mainly, I don't even think it was that painful. It was just because I had to go so slow to get them to be straight, and it was just a slow, agonizing, painful process. It was like, I do recommend getting them because it made me feel a lot more confident, but just don't do them yourself. And now I'm going to move on to my face. So for my first one, my nostrils. Actually, I did get one of them professionally done when I was 16, and then I did the other one myself, of course. Those were like a 3 out of 10. They weren't that bad, and also it's not like you like really sleep on them, or like, I mean, like, it would get caught on towels and that was not a great experience, but they weren't too bad at all. My septum, I did it myself when I was 15. Don't do that. You cannot, I don't know if I can get straight enough, but you can tell that my septum is crooked because I did it myself in my friend's bedroom at the time. And it looked crooked, but it hurt so bad. I say it'd probably be a 6 out of 10 for me. A lot of people say that it doesn't hurt at all, but for me, since I did it wrong and I did not get I got the sweet spot on one side and then it went crooked and it hurt, but the healing process was so bad because I always flipped it up because I was hiding it from my mom. So it like was always like, oh god, not a fun process. Next one is my snake bites. I'm kind of going in order with my face, but I did it myself, of course. I don't even need to say that anymore, you guys already know. I did my snake bites. They were probably like a 5 out of 10. Again, it was more just like the healing process because it just hurt to like, you move them all the time and they get swollen and then your lips are chapped and it's not really that fun. And then my labret piercing. Labret. Wherever you're from, I say labret. Labret. I don't even know what I say anymore. But this piercing, that was probably a 6 out of 10. It was a little more sensitive and it did bleed a lot. But I think it was easier to heal. Maybe it's just because I only had 1 instead of 2. It was easier to heal. So that one wasn't too bad. Next is my bridge piercing, which is this one right here. That one, I went to a professional for that one. It did not hurt. I'd say like a 2 out of 10. Like, mostly just the clamps hurt, but I did not even feel the needle go through. Like, I felt a little pressure, and then all of a sudden she's like, you're done, and I'm like, are you sure? Are you sure I'm done? Like, I didn't even feel anything. The healing process, it's still healing. I think it's only like, hold on, let me check. It is about 3 months old. It's not like fully healed, but it's like healed enough where I can put makeup on it and stuff. It was super easy to heal, honestly. And it did swell. My eyes did swell when I first got it. Now when I first got it, it was like 3 days later and my eyes were swollen. And then after it went down, it was like super easy sailing from there. Like, it's probably my easiest piercing to heal so far. However, in the shower, when I do wipe my eyes and take my makeup off, it would stretch it, and it did. I'm not sure why it stopped recording. My camera's been giving me issues lately. I was talking about my bridge piercing. I don't know where in the story I was. But, anyway, 2 out of 10. It didn't really hurt that bad at all. And it's really easy to heal. But, you know, washing my makeup off kind of sucks. My tongue piercing. This is the one. If you ever pierce yourself, because I know some of you are probably going to do it anyways, do not do your tongue yourself. Because I knew this going into it, but I just did it anyway because I was manic. Because I do have bipolar disorder, and I was very manic this day. I stopped with the impulsiveness. Like, I started going to professionals now. So my tongue piercing, yeah, you can die from that if you do it yourself and you don't check for veins. Even if you do check for veins, you probably won't be able to tell because, you know, it's really hard to see inside your own mouth. I did check for them and did it, and I was very lucky. Don't think that you're gonna get lucky. Just, that is the one that you really just should not do yourself, because you can hit a vein and just bleed out or like get really bad. It's just not good. But when I did it, I didn't even feel it go through. It was really weird. Oh my god, I forgot my cat was in here. You can't see her, but she's at the top of the cat stand. She just sneezed and kind of scared the shit out of me. Yeah, it was a 1 out of 10. I didn't even feel it go through. It like really took me off guard. But the healing, the healing was not good. Cause like I couldn't eat for like 3 days, and it was, oh my god, was it so painful. I was talking so stupid. I had to go to work like the next day, and I was talking with a lisp, and my like whole like jaw was swollen. It was so bad. I just don't recommend doing it yourself. Don't even recommend, just don't do it yourself. Okay, don't do any of your piercing yourself, but especially that one. And lastly, I used to have this piercing, but I don't anymore. I used to have my smiley pierced. I will put a picture up in the corner when I had it. It was like 0 out of 10. Like I didn't feel it going through. Like the healing, it wasn't bad at all either, but like sometimes you would bite into things and it would like push it up, and it kind of hurt a lot then. But I took it out just because it does rub away the enamel on your teeth, and that is not good for your teeth. And my lip piercings just happened to, you know, pierce them in the right spot so they don't rub against my teeth or my gums. But that one was, my dentist was like, yeah, your teeth are getting a little scratched up there, aren't they? And I was like, oh. And then I did get plastic balls, but it was just, I just didn't think it was worth it. It kind of was just a pain in the butt. Like every time I take a bite of an apple or something, it would just push it up into my mouth, and it really hurt. And when I took it out for a brief moment, and I realized that I really like my teeth, because I do, oh, there's lipstick on it. I really do have nice teeth. I've never had braces or anything. I just have very naturally straight teeth. And I just took them out because I'm like, I'm done risking it, you know? Piercings are all fun until they start messing with your health and things like that. You know, you don't want to ruin your teeth. Some people don't have that problem, but it's really, I just wouldn't recommend getting the piercing for a long time, at least, because it does rub away at your teeth and can mess them up a little bit. Alright, so this video was definitely a lot shorter than that. I don't plan to do like super long videos, like maybe every once in a while if I want to vlog or something. I just kind of I didn't expect the last video to be so long, and I apologize if you guys were like, oh my god, like, girl put out a whole episode. So I just kind of want to do shorter videos. That's kind of what I mainly want to do, and it also takes so long to edit. Not only edit, but I have like really bad Wi-Fi. There's just not good Wi-Fi here, or any service at all, even though I live in a town. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I will answer them. Thank you for watching the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!